G'day everyone, welcome to Wargaming with Soho. I am the Soho, and this is War Thunder. This is a new series I'm creating which will show me on my road to playing War Thunder simulator battles, where we will practice, play, and then fly in War Thunder simulator battles. And you get to laugh, cry, and, well, you get to look at my inadequacy as I very slowly worm my way to playing in War Thunder simulator battles with all the proper controls. So today I am flying the BF109 E-7 U2. This was a gifted aircraft given out during the early 2016 War Thunder live streams for the War Thunder Thunder League, and it was also given away if you are lucky enough to buy a dog tag once it reached $50,000. Yeah, $50,000. It was given away with the T5 Soviet-captured Panther tank. So today, in this realistic War Thunder battle, let's switch to cockpit mode. I'm practicing flying with cockpit and joystick. And I'm in realistic because I can't tell the difference between dirt on my screen and dots which are aircraft until they're a little too close for comfort. This is just so I get the indicator marker so I can tell which dot is a plane and which dot is not. I'm currently flying with the HUD off just so you can see the best view available. Best view available of me mucking up, which is usually a pretty good sign things are going wrong. So, while I'm climbing up to altitude, let's talk a little bit about the E-7. The BF109 E-7 can be considered the culmination of the BF109 E-4 project, and it was the final major production variant of the BF109 E series, with the later E8 and E9 simply being an E1 with drop tanks and a reconnaissance version of the E7 fitted with cameras. And so the E7, this differs from the BF109. You can see me playing with my hat stick now. Yeah, just playing with my hat stick. I just took off from my own airfield, not like there's enemies around. But good habits are good things to get into. Alright, what was I saying? Alright, yeah, the BF109 E7 U2. It differs from the E4, with the first and most obvious being the aerodynamic nose cone, which is used in replacement to the hull, which previously housed a 20mm MGFF motor cannon that was discovered in the BF109 not U2, BF109 E2 flat, not even flat, just E2. I can't say E2. The BF109 E2, it was discovered to be unreliable during flights, and was since replaced. It was removed entirely. And the major difference between the E7 and other variants of the BF109E was the fact that this is the first BF109 variant that could install drop tanks, because during the Battle of Britain it was discovered that I seem to be angling over to... I had spotted ground fire at the bottom of my window, angling over there because I believe there's enemies over in that direction, and looking around, the E7, could install drop tanks. First BF109 that could just deploy drop tanks, as it was discovered during the Battle of Britain that the E series had a serious endurance problem. It only had about flight time for approximately 650 kilometers. It may be different from that, I can't quite remember, but I'm going to stop with a very bad history lesson while something I believe has just come up. Yep, I spotted a dogfight which was about to begin off of my my top windscreen, and I'm currently observing a Spitfire Mark 1 and another BF109 E4 about to joust off in front of me. And till I decide that is a very, very bad idea, because that Spitfire has friends. So just looking around to see if I'd missed something behind me, and I'm angling over to see if I can join that dogfight. I think this is about now I realise that what I'm about to do is a very, very bad idea. Lots and lots of enemy red popping up over my screen. And nope. Now's the time I realise it's a bad idea. So I'm looking around, see if I can find any other targets, and trying to look through the clouds, can't see anything. And just kind of flying around. Oh. Nope, there we go. I've spotted a slightly easier target and a friend that's quite worth defending. So now I'm angling over to him. He's a Spitfire Mark 1A with the third BF109 E4 on our team. So I'm angling over to him. There you go. If you can look in the middle of the screen, you could have seen a trace of fire coming from the Spitfire. Yep, there's some more. Zooming in. So now I'm just diving in on the tail of that on the BF109 E4 and the Spitfire. And coming up on the Spitfire, there he is, just under my cockpit reinforcement. And I missed by a country mile, as you can see. I really need to work on my aim, so I'm following him down. In retrospect, that's actually a very bad idea, because he has friends, he has lots and lots of friends. And it's about now I realise I should break off, because I saw, out of the corner of my eye, another Spitfire Mark 1A coming in. There he is. If you look down just below the strut of the cockpit, you can see him coming in behind me, so I immediately pull up, and I'm just trying to outrun him now. And there you go, he's breaking off. Yep, he's gone. So, right now I'm looking around, see if I can get a chance to swing around and come back at him. Which I do attempt to do. Not that it's any good, gonna be any good, it's like... So, what I have actually spotted is there's a furball happening down below, which that Spitfire Mark 1 is actually coming in to join. Yep, there you go, you can see the dogfight forming down there. Now, hindsight is always 20/20, and this is an incredibly bad idea. But here I go anyway. Like, this is never going to work out. It's like, I'm actually aiming. Yep, I've changed targets now. There's another Spitfire, which you can see firing, which I've angled onto. Trying to come in behind him. And it's right at this point in time where some very, very unlucky Corsair comes across. There we go, the Corsair actually flies in front of me. I didn't notice him until this point. And... tag 1 Corsair. Like, that was not 1 in a million shooting, that was dumb luck in the extreme. Like, the Corsair not shot down, but I have shot the end of his right wing off, if I'm recalling correctly from previous viewings of this replay. So he's just turning around to head back to base at this point in time while I pull up on my zoom climb and try to find a way to see if I can swing around back onto him. So just looking around, trying to keep him in view and not make sure I'm not tailed by anything else. Because while I may be a very stupid pilot, I am not a very stupid pilot. So, here I am, swinging around. And, yep, just simply swinging around while I'm looking for a chance to come in. Looking left, looking right, looking up. Alright, angling down now. Definitely not using this machine to its full potential, but I'm angling in on the Corsair. He's come back. If you look closely, you can see I've actually shot his end of the wing off. So, and once again, I missed by a country mile. I really got to work on my deflection shooting. That's one thing I have to practice. It's all I really have to do. I probably won't film all of my practice sessions shooting down ballast balloons and bots and creative missions, but it probably would help my aiming overall. Again, probably something you don't want to see, unless people do want to see it. Comment below, see if you do want to see me completely and utterly failing to play simulator training. Alright, so I'm looking around again. I spot a Spitfire to my left again. It's just down on my ring. It's following that Corsair, and there he is. If you look by my seat headrest, just out the window corner. Looking around, making sure there's nothing in front of me. Angling, and now I'm angling around at that Spitfire coming in. And it's about now that I don't look behind me when I should, and you'll hear it in a moment. And, you can actually see him coming in. There we go, I've actually picked up a tail. I picked up Spitfire Mark 2A on my tail. So now at the moment you see me panic. It's like, oh my god, where is he? Where is he? I can't see it. Look, there it is. I've hit some more. And this time this guy's actually shot my elevators. And they're really stiff at this point in time. It's like they're in the red. And dodging and weaving and nope. And, oh, I can see the bullets coming in. And, pull up, buddy, pull up. Ground, not good. There we go. And spin around, doing some very bad maneuvering. I really got to work on maneuvers too. I think there's an aerobatics course in the custom training section. I might try that out. And this guy is still behind me at this point in time. Like, yeah. And ground, that is the ground. Pull up. Oh, crap, I said my name. Well, g'day everyone, I'm also known as the Soho. Pulling around, and it's about this time I realize that the Spitfire is... Yep, and it's about this time I realize the Spitfire has left me. Now apart from my elevators, I actually haven't been shot up too badly. Elevators and tail section aren't exactly the best. Not that you can see it from this angle. But I'm thinking of heading around for another go at that Spitfire coming in. Like him, though. There's one of our guys, the Spitfire Mark IV, who's actually come around, and I decide that he's got him. It's about this point I decide to turn around and head back to base, repair, rearm, because I've wasted a hell of a lot of ammo. As well as my tail section getting pretty shot up. Yep, it's about this section I realize he's got this. So I angled for home and prepare to repair and rearm. Alright, while I'm here doing absolutely nothing, just struggling to keep this bloody thing in the air, let's go back to the BF109 E-7 U2. The U2 is the specialized ground attack variant of the BF109 E-7. However, in-game, this is more a regular BF109 E4 with a special skin, as the differences are not actually modeled between BF109 E4 and BF109 E7, because BF109 E7 U2 is, as I said, specifically ground attack variant, and this is equipped with armor plates protecting the radiator and fuel tanks at the base of the plane from small arms fire, but these armor plates are not modeled. There are two other variants of the BF109 E7, though, the BF109 E7N, and this BF109 E7, instead of being mounted with the 109's Daimler-Benz DB601A engine, these were mounted with specialized high altitude DB601N variants, and these were designed as high altitude interceptors. The BF109 E7 also came with a sub-variant of the N-type, the BF109 E7NZ, also known as BF109 E7Z. This was equipped with the GM1 nitrous oxide fuel injection system, so they can get greater engine power at higher altitudes. And there were other variants of the E7. As I said, the E7 was also made into a reconnaissance aircraft where camera equipment was fitted behind the pilot seat in order for high altitude reconnaissance against enemy positions. This was called the BF109 E9. What happened to the BF109 E8, you say? Well, the BF109 E8 was basically the BF109 E1, which was modified to carry the BF109's loading system for the drop tanks. Alright, and that is basically all it is. There's no real differences apart from the drop tank from the BF109 E8 and the BF109 E1. Alright, I'm angling in for landing here. I've dropped my flaps, still nothing interesting happening. Just looking in to see if I can actually see the airfield, and I'm not exactly got the best line up here, do I? Yep, fixing my line up. So what other variants of the BF109 E7? I've been talking about the E4, which is the culmination of the BF109 project before the E7 culmination. That's the wrong word. It's the major production variant before the E7. It was mainstay of the Battle of Britain. It was made during the I'm forgetting my facts about the BF109. I have an entire research sheet here of the BF109E, and I just cannot remember a single fact of it. So, but let's see if I can get to it. Yeah, the BF109 E4 was designed with, once again, I can't remember. I've got it right in front of me, and I can't remember my script. But, angling for landing, I've angled wrong here once again. Okay, once again, let's see if I can remember my facts on the BF109 E4. The designed using the facts that they, that's the wrong word, facts. It was designed during the end of the Spanish Civil War by using the achievements of the BF109 E's and B's, which were in order to replace their. I still don't have it wrong. BF109E. You know, I just can't remember my facts. Just enjoy my very, very pretty landings. The one thing I have actually practiced in test battles before I came out in real battle, I took off and I landed. It's one of the few things I can do with my joystick. I can't fly, I can't shoot, but I can make a pretty decent landing, if a little bouncy. But there we go, I've currently landed, and I'm braking, and I haven't hit the guy in front of me on the airstrip, which is very, very nice. For once. No Jingles landing today. Shout out to the mighty Jingles. Yeah, I can't even remember my facts in the BF109 E series. Yeah, they're designed based on research done during the Spanish Civil War where the BF109s were in the service of the Condor Legion, a series of Luftwaffe volunteers, I speak that in very large quotation marks, who went to help the Spanish nationalists against the Republicans. And it was discovered during these that the BF109 needed upgrades, and the BF109E was designed to upgrade the engine power of the BF109D, which were in the flight of the Luftwaffe when this came into service in 1938. And the major difference between earlier variants is the engine. The engine, as I mentioned earlier, had the Daimler-Benz DB601A engine, and in order to which was supplied approximately 200 extra 200 extra kilowatts over the old Jumo 210 engines. But however, these engines required larger cooling areas, so the radiator was removed from the front of the plane, and 2 radiators were placed under the wings, lower inner rear edges before the trailing edge flaps of the plane. Now, this actually had 2 relative bonuses for the BF109E because the engines on the BF109D and earlier are fairly light, and with the 2-player propeller, this new engine, while also providing greater power, was also heavier, and it drove a heavier 3-bladed propeller. By moving the radiators of the plane back to the rear of the aircraft, this actually counterbalanced the weight, as long as increased cooling because it was near the accelerated air. Alright, back to the action. I have taken off, and I am angling in on a Spitfire I've seen a Spitfire marker in the distance. This is actually the final guy in the team. Shout out to that pilot. He was an awesome pilot. He got 5 kills in this match. So right now I'm angling towards him. You probably can't see him, just looking around. And there he is. He's incoming. And here's his first pass, which I barely managed to move, but in my mistake, I actually looked back instead of maneuvering, and as you can see, that is the end of my flight. Like, I have just enough time to look and realize this guy has shot my wing off before that is the end of me. Special shout out to this Spitfire. Again, 5-kill match. He did absolutely awesome. And to us, one of our BF109 E4 flyers, who let's just get back to something. Shout out to our BF109 E4 flyers, who also had a 5-kill match. However, this was a loss for us. That Spitfire ended up in another 2-minute duel to take this down, but I actually can't find the change vehicle button. I can't remember the hotkey without the HUD. So for now, this is the Soho signing off on my first failure of a flight, but I hope you guys enjoyed my rambling. And I'm not going to say take it easy. It's a rip-off of too many YouTubers, but I don't know what to say. See you later, everyone.